What's up you guys, this is Vincanity, and today we're going to be talking about a very simple yet extremely important concept, which is footwork form. And footwork form goes a little bit beyond what you guys might have already learned in a tutorial learning about footwork or learning about different steps. Footwork form pays attention to the little details that kind of make our footwork look nicer. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our hands. Our hands are very important in our footwork. Even though a lot of it takes place with our feet, our hands play an important role because we have to be able to move and move quickly. The first thing we have to do is actually place our hands like this, kind of like we're plotting to do something evil. And what we want to do is push our inner knuckles together like this. For some of you, this might be a little bit difficult because you're not able to push this far. By just practicing doing this, eventually you'll kind of gain the flexibility to be able to push your inner knuckles together. The second thing I want you guys to notice is that my wrist is aligned with my hand, right? Going straight here. I kind of like to compare this to if you ever take a martial arts class and you learn how to punch, all right? You're gonna align your hand and your wrist all the way through your arm to your shoulder. Right? You never want to punch somebody like this, all right? Because what happens? You break your wrist. And when you're dancing, the same thing can happen. You can strain your wrist actually very easily. And one of the most common injuries when people are dancing is wrist injuries. And it's just because your wrists aren't as strong as your ankles. Your ankles are made to take impact, to jump and land and do all this crazy stuff. Your wrists, not so much. They're a little bit weaker, all right? So what we want to do is basically align our wrists just like this, and by doing so it also allows us to get a little bit higher off the ground, making us a lot lighter, and it kind of gives us that nice like spring-like feel, kind of like how people say dance on your toes. We want to dance on our inner knuckles, right? Making us light as a feather. Alright you guys, so the next thing we want to pay close attention to is our squatting position. This is something that you guys are gonna want to get comfortable with. A lot of times when people squat like this, it's super uncomfortable. Their knees start hurting, their calves start hurting. Other people are super comfortable like this. I know people that eat like this, hang out, talk, have conversations, all like this, so it's pretty normal to them, all right? But the one thing you want to pay attention to is you do not want to be flat-footed, right? You want to be on your toes. Because if you're flat-footed, it's very difficult for you to move, and you're gonna move very slow. You're gonna be one of those slow footwork people, right? We wanna be fast, so we're gonna be on our toes, and we wanna be able to just balance like this, no problem, okay, with no hands. And this is something that you guys are gonna wanna get in the swing of. It's just being able to balance here. And once you guys get the balance, then you can start playing with your hand position. So you're gonna place your hand to the side, you can place your hand to the other side, you can place your hands to the front. You can also place your hands to the back. And these are basically some of the basic things that you're gonna be doing when you're doing footwork. You sometimes are gonna have your hands to the back, for example, a CC, right? You sometimes are gonna have it to the side, shuffles, right? You sometimes are gonna have it to the front, doing shuffles in the back, right? There's so many different things. Or maybe you're gonna just do it no-handed, right? Just like this, right? These are basic things that you guys want to practice, and I know to a lot of you this probably seems super easy and you're like, why should I practice this? The reason why you guys want to practice this stuff is because this is part of your foundation. When you guys think about the word foundation, think about the base of some type of structure, right? The base of the structure. And if that foundation of that structure is weak, if something happens like an earthquake, you fall. If your foundation to this dance is weak, if you fall, there's no recovery. But if you have your basics down really well, if you fall, well then you got a backup plan, right? Already ingrained into your body. So practice these basics, practice doing your basic footwork like CCs, right? And go back to this position. Kick outs, back to this position. Shuffles, back to this position. Hooks, back to this position. Try to play around with your different footwork steps and use this and utilize it to your advantage. I hope you guys learned a lot, and if you guys practice, tag me in some of your training videos, tag me in some of your posts, leave me a comment below about what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and the little bell by it, press that too, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.